Damn, that's cold.
So that's why when you watch a gorilla, he's attentive to the needs of everybody in the clan because he can only hold his power as long as he keep everybody in the clan happy. But he's gonna be the most fierce protector. The King Kong story is an exaggeration of the nature of the gorilla.
Hey, break your synopsis down on it, because I heard Baba do one before. But what you got? You got one on it, like the like the meaning behind it, or what they really was saying.
What, in King Kong?
Yeah.
Well, King Kong is a Masonically coded movie.
Okay, go ahead. That's it.
It's King Kong, Mighty Joe Young, and there's another one too.
King Kong, like Baba said, he made like a synopsis on it. He said that King Kong was a giant gorilla who lived in Central Africa. They called him King Kong because they was implying the Congos.
He was from the Congo.
Yeah. And then they said that they put they got the white woman, they sent him, and they said that King Kong ran off with the white girl. To make a long story short, they got mad and came after King Kong, and then they drugged him, chained him down on the boat, and brought him over here and put him on stage. Well, first he said when they seen King Kong, they said that, man, we can make some money off this nigga. We can make some money. It's the first thing that came to white people's mind when they seen him. We can make some money off this cat. All right, so then they set out, they drugged him, chained him down, put him on a boat. Now the Baba was using that part, but like I say, we wasn't. We know now that hey, we was over here first. We wasn't chained down. We was walking around, chilling and drinking some tequila or something. We was already over here. So, but that's how Baba put it. He said they were chained down, brought over here, put on stage. It's like he said the Caucasian will let you in this party, but you gonna be the clown, nigga. You gonna be the nigga on stage, and they gonna be making some money off of you. Just like they do Mayweather when in boxing, they put all these niggas in the ring, they put all these niggas on the court, they put these niggas on the field, all their arenas to make money off of them.
Okay, now let's look at that. My hands was like Tyson's when I was younger. I ain't made a fucking damn fighting.
Right, go ahead.
So really reevaluate that, because we gonna scrap. That's
we gonna fight.
We gonna bust a motherfucker in their shit. Now here's the catch. Are you gonna get paid for it? Or are you gonna do it for recreational purposes only?
Exactly. Like I say, all these sports though, we started these sports. It's just some kind of way they wiggle their way. These Luciferians. We can't say the other word, right? Hey,
the sports. Look, young elder. Y'all still stuck in the slave mentality.
Why you say that? Go ahead.
The sports, look at it from a guy's view.
Okay.
You're trying to get somebody a drop of blood that ain't got no fucking rhythm, no coordination, no muscle tone, no muscle development, very low athletic IQ and ability. How in the fuck you gonna find out how if these motherfuckers is getting their drop of blood if you don't give them an opportunity to display their talents? That's
right.
But guess what? How do you know when the experiment comes to a close? Because that's when we take the shit back.
So you ain't saying we didn't start it. You ain't saying that we didn't start the sports. You're just saying that we.
The purpose of the sports is being mischaracterized by people that have agendas.
Okay, go ahead.
If you're trying to give somebody, look, the same thing with the dancing, the same thing with the singing.
Okay, that's right.
All that shit comes from us. That's our culture.
Okay.
None of this shit you seen nowhere in the world till they came over here.
Right.
You ain't see nobody rapping, pop locking, sea walking. You ain't see none of that shit nowhere until they came over here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so now they come for a drop of blood. How do you know they got a drop of blood? Body starts to contour, take on the shape of the original woman or the original man. Muscle tones start to stabilize. The Deros blood, the Teros blood, the Danakiel blood begins to merge, and it becomes a coherent unison in which they working together from the different people that came to contribute a drop of blood to the cleanup.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so now you got the Oscars. Pull up Oscar. Oscar was a nigga.
Oscar Mayer Wiener.
That motherfucker probably was too. They probably named it.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
might be
Hey, I
named
heard.
after
Hey, I tell you, I heard some shit on it. Oscar. Talking about the Oscars award. I know that's a
yeah, pull the award up.
That's Patah.
Right, but it's this award right here. I want you to pull it up so they can see it.
Okay, yeah, I gotta say, you want me to pull up something else while we already here?
Go back. I want to go to the main page because I want you to see who was named after.
Okay, let's see. Oscar McGraw. I got you. Hold up. Let me type in like this. Who?
Just Oscar named after.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Mardrick Hendrick. Let's see.
See if you can get a picture of it.
I got him right here. Black guy. Oh yeah, this is about to get good right here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I ain't know this part right here, bro. But I mean, I didn't know they actually named it after a dude. All right, we're gonna pull it up right here. All right, we'll put up the Oscars first. Or we'll put both of them side by side. Hold on, let's do it like this. All right. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Now go read the bio on him, the short bio, to find out who he was.
Academy Executive Director. He was a fucking movie director who, when she was, hold on, okay, all right, no, hold on, that's the wrong guy. That's a girl? Oh, if I'm reading this right, frequently mentioned organizer of Margaret Hendrick, the Academy Executive Director. Oh, no, I'm reading the wrong damn thing. Who is the Oscars named after? That's what I typed in. And this dude, let's keep on pulling up this dude. Oh, Uncle Oster. Hold up. That was a picture of him. Oscar Wilde, that's his name. The Oscars are not named for Oscar Wilde. The credit for the name of the Oscars is attributed to several sources. See, you know, white folks always, when they find out a nigga, oh,
just read it. Just read it.
It said several sources. The actress Betty Davis, journalist Sydney, this is like a damn German name, Sokis, and libertarian Margaret Hendricks. That's the lady right there. That's what they say.
And ain't none of them motherfuckers named Oscar.
Nah.
But it's supposed to be named after one of them.
Yeah.
That. Going on about your life, look at the future instead of the past. Mistakes in life, or else they wouldn't be living their life.
Hey, the next question, that's good. Hey, the next question is, why did black people line up? Why was the 14th Amendment a bucket of grease, and that black people lined up to stick their hand down in and do themselves? So why is the 14th? What he's saying is, why was the 14th Amendment used? I think he already broke that down, but go ahead if you want to just give us a short answer on that. Why the 14th Amendment?
The 14th Amendment was instituted to convert sovereign tribes into subjects as citizens. That's all it was. It was to enforce the 3/5 compromise, meaning that you mentally inept and you spiritually inept. You can't be mentally inept and be spiritually aware. You can't be spiritually aware and stay mentally inept. You got to be both at the same time, right? We talk about 3/5 compromise. This is what we're talking about, right? So your awareness come in 5 phases, or your 5 levels of self development, and these is represented by your first 5 chakras, ending at your throat chakra, right? So being able to utilize your throat chakra from the God mind, now you 5/5 realize, because now you exercising what Ryan Karinga wrote about it, called Husia, authoritative utterance, exceptional insight. That means your throat chakra not blocked, your mental acumen is intact, and your spiritual development is in place because you've done the shadow work to purify the ego to facilitate the higher consciousness of the self.
You got another good one. Should you start stocking up water and food for the reset switch over? And how long do you think it's gonna last? Like all the McDonald's and all that gonna go away, like the fast food restaurants and the grocery stores. And
Well,
go ahead.
so the reset, it's good to have a couple weeks of supplies on hand because you're gonna need it. Because all of the GMO distributors is gonna be closed while they find out a way to get some new food. All of the GMO foods have to go. All of the bovine growth hormones that they've been feeding to our kids, making girls hit puberty at 6, 7, and 8, and make boys hit puberty at 8, 9, and 10. You know, this stuff had to stop because they're doing it on purpose and they know what they're doing, right? So it's all of that part of the rituals and practices.
I got another question for you. This from the brother, Deborah Tracy. Deborah Tracy. Could you decode the Gods of Egypt movie? When they got Osiris and then they got Set and all them in there, and Set came and killed Osiris, and then they pulled. I don't know if you watched that movie, God of Egypt. You watched that movie, Rod?
Yeah, that's too long to decode the whole movie, and I would have to watch it again so it's fresh in my mind in order to decode it. But it should tell you pretty much what you need to know.
Yeah. The story is pretty much is Satuk wanted to. He said that his brother was too soft, and he was letting niggas slide, and he wasn't hard enough on humans, and he needed to keep them at a certain level of information so that they can keep hosting them, because they wanted to be these beings use humans as hosts. These beings, Satuk now.
Right. See, what the human body is an artificial matrix. Remember, Noble Ali say, man, is truth and falsehood strangely mixed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So he's talking about the body's artificial intelligence versus the soul's pure intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Truth and falsehood is strangely mixed. How do you mix it together? The soul got to incarnate into the body, but certain conditions have to be met. Because the body has to vibrate at a certain frequency in order for your higher consciousness to interact with you.
Okay. I got you, Duke. I got you, Duke. Shout out to brother Duke, man. Okay, let me read it straight up. Elder asks my question. Why illegal immigrants use the 14th Amendment to gain access into North America, which the 14th Amendment was meant for so-called black people? That's how he wanted it asked right there. I kind of butchered this question a little bit, but that's how he wanted it asked. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay, so the immigrants, they not even using constitutional amendments to get over here. They're using something called the immigration codes. That's all in the Immigration and Naturalization Services handbook on what they have to do. So before they come over here, they give them a study guide to what to study. Then they give them classes. Some of the countries tell them to set up the businesses in our community because the way that the contract was going, and they was kicking our ass so bad, we'll let anybody come in our communities and set up shop without making them pay taxes. Right? So shit, I messed around, lost my train of thought. Oh, so yeah, they're not using the 14th Amendment. They're using immigration laws to come into the country. And they use immigration laws to get grant money to establish businesses, and they give them a chart that tell them what areas to put their businesses in, depending on what state they settle in. The natives here rock with the Orishas, but they didn't call them Orishas. They had different tribal names for them, but the energies that they was working with was the same. So even when you hear me reading about Anunnakis, Enlil, Enki, because they're not physically present, I have to read them as energy and not as people. But everybody will still understand it as if I'm reading people, when I'm actually reading the energy signature of a bygone era. That's called reading the Akashic record. You there, Elder?
Can you hear me? Oh shit, my bad. Oh damn, I read the question. All right, so now I'm just gonna start reading the questions as they. I was trying to stay like read question after question, rolling down the thing, but now I'm just gonna the person that when your question pop up at the bottom, we're gonna read the ones at the bottom. All right, so somebody Raven Dior question advice for a up and coming Aboriginal star seed in the teens becoming a great man in chief. Advice for a up and coming Aborigines star seed in their teens. I think what she's saying is Raven Dior is saying give her some advice. Okay.
So study, don't take sides, don't believe none of what you read, but read it anyway so you'll know what they're saying. And develop your own judgment about what you read. Don't let nobody tell you that when you see a word, it don't mean what the fuck the word means, because they'll do that to you. As justification to push a dogma agenda. So as a team, learn to meditate. I would suggest Tai Chi because you learn to meditate while you're moving, or Qigong. They really good. Also, read everything you get your hands on.
All right, I got the next one. That's rolling the feed. Okay. Hey Duke, I like that. Hey Duke, my partner, man. Hey Duke, he said, so why do they claim 14th Amendment means they have a baby born here? It makes them a citizen. It helps me make sense of this.
The 14th Amendment, because they had a baby here, don't make them a citizen. The baby is the citizen, and they are the caretaker. So they leave them over here to take care of the seed. They don't got nothing to do with the 14th Amendment directly. It's all under immigrations.
Duke said for the record, can you hear me? Hold on. Man, the hell. All right, say for the hey Duke. You say for the record, she a female. We got you, Duke. We got you. No problem. All right, so we got Muffin Badgers. Muffin Badgers. How would someone who doesn't want to pay child support because of the way the system is set up, how would you get around it?
See, you're trying to get around some shit instead of getting away from some shit. But if you want to get around it, tell them to validate the debt. Anybody that's telling you you owe them something, you got to pay something, there's no debt. They got to show you the debt, how much you owe. Well, they don't know how much you owe, how much you make. We just take this much. It don't work like that. Fair Debt Collection Act say anybody that is trying to bill you or make you pay a debt has to validate the debt upon request. If the debt can't be validated, the debt becomes void on its prima facie, on its face, right? So that's the way to challenge the debt that they're trying to enforce upon you. They turn the courts into a collection agency called Child Protective Services as their enforcers.
Hey, I got a question because people say people need to ask better questions because we got the legendary brother Rod Haynes on going right in on the questions. So I got a question. Okay, so we talked about earlier the mirror effect and the conjure walls that's going on both sides of the field. Now, okay, the pyramids, all they still using and the Georgia Guidestones, they got knocked down. Did that affect some of their alchemy, some of their conjure? Was that part of breaking down some of their conjuring on this side, the breaking down those Guidestones?
The Guidestones was a CIA notice. It was a notice that plot was called the Garden Plot, was the Illuminati's attempt to take world domination by taking over the land of Tahuti. So when they blew up the Guidestones, it just not that it interrupted their conjure, it was just a sign saying, hey, this shit been destroyed now. The shit that was on there, mass murdering people and all that shit is all part of a bygone era now.
All right, another
familiar with them using that in Egypt.
Yeah, me neither.
to make the slaves work harder and be more productive.
Yeah, they put
because that would only last for a good month before their body started to break down from it.
Exactly. See, that's what I said. That, like, it's acidics. The acidics is what's deteriorating us and making us age faster. Like eat meat. Protein is really acidic. It's really amino acid, and it's really what's making us age. Eat meat is what's making us age. My grandma lived for 100 and some years old, and she ain't eat that much meat.
Listen, Elder. We knew elders in the community that lived to be 120 and ate pig, the worst meat to eat.
Right? Go ahead.
They was eating pork and smoking cigarettes, and they should be salty as hell. And they didn't have high blood pressure. They didn't have high blood pressure. They didn't have diabetes or none of that shit. What happened?